This is the beginning of a new series on Carfoolery of my R32 GTR. The dream started in September of 2015. And I got this fresh off a boat from Japan within a month of it turning 25 and being legal to import. Yeah, I picked up the car in 2015, paid the money, had someone put an ECU in it, kind of did the whole tuner thing. She ran at, 16 to 17 pounds of boost, totally stock turbos, totally stock engine. For 2 years, she ran for 2 years, a 330 wheel, which is a little shy of where the car should have been. It's 16 PSI, tired old 25-year-old RV. So it wasn't quite making the power she was supposed to, but it drove great. It was cool having a right-hand drive car in the States. Everyone freaks out about it. Realistically, it's more trouble than it's worth to get something at right-hand drive and drive it around. But it was cool. It was cool taking it to shows. Everyone who ever thinks about owning one of these things is always about showing up somewhere with your R32 GTR and how fucking cool it is and shit. Yeah, it was a good car. We did, that's how I met Ryan. I met Ryan through this car here at Carfoolery. Firstly through autocross, through ESCC, and then from him inviting me out to go on drives and stuff, and just people wanting to gravitate towards it and ask me questions about it, and ask me how I got it and how long I've had it. And most people just ask me how much I paid for it, which is an obnoxiously high amount of money. But at the end of September 2017, the car blew up. I was in third gear, cabin filled full of blue smoke, and I lit off immediately. I was freaking out, thinking maybe an oil line had come off or there was going to be a fire or something along those lines. Pulled over and pulled up the hood and checked everything out, and nothing was on fire, nothing along those lines. I noticed raw oil dripping out the exhaust. I parked it on the side of my parents' house because I didn't own a house at the time, and I just let it sit for 2 months till about the end of November when I finally got enough motivation to come out and compression check it. No compression on cylinder 6, no compression on cylinder 5. It was blown up. So at that point I knew the engine had to come out, and I didn't really investigate any further because at that point the engine had to come out. So until I had somewhere to do that, it didn't really make any sense to worry about it too much. So we bought this house in February of 2018, and the first thing we did, we pulled the car in, we lifted it up, we dropped the engine out the bottom because it's a pain in the ass to get it to come out the hood, so it's easier to lift the car off. We don't have a car lift, so our buddy Dylan at High Speed Banana, he did a video. Actually, he filmed the whole thing, pulling the engine out of this car out the bottom, which we'll link or we'll show. And that was really it. Once we got the engine out, once we tore it apart, the old RB, we found that cylinder number 6, big fat hole in the piston, you can see right through it. And to be frank, the rest of the cylinders are not good either. Dylan's video, it shows each cylinder as it comes out, and it's really bad. And then it kind of sat, and then I had to go through a full engine build, which on an RV is just so expensive to build this engine. Just the parts are really expensive. It's hard to find people locally anyways who know what they're talking about when it comes to something like this. You end up doing a lot of research and learning. I mean, there's no one around here I would trust to build the engine, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna build the engine. I got a crank, we got a bunch of parts laying around. One of the episodes will be assembling this engine, getting it machined, stuff like that. And as far as the car goes, you can see it's not exactly in what you would consider stock form anymore. The goal for this thing was always to sort of turn it into a track car, turn it into a race car. The heritage of the Skyline's always been in racing. It's always been in Group A racing. I think it's kind of a shame that they end up with show cars sitting in parking lots in camber and not being used up to their full potential, which is of course on track. It's where the heritage, it's where the nickname Godzilla came from, was how dominant they were in racing series. So that's what I've always wanted to do to it. Cage it, build the engine, really make it my car, unique to me and the way I wanted to build a car. So that's what we're gonna do over the next, who knows how long, probably quite a while. Since as you can see, we're basically starting over from scratch. We're going to do engine build, cage, full electrical, everything myself, bunch of conversion stuff. A couple things I haven't ever seen anybody do. I think I've got planning up here, and really just build a kick-ass little track day car, just for me, just because I want to, I guess. There's no real good reason, certainly not a financial reason to do it. It's just been a bit of a ride, really. This is now January of 2019, and I think we're finally going to get serious with it. It needs painted. Well, first off, it needs the bodywork fixed. There's some rust holes and some body panels that need patched up. Originally, I was going to do that. I feel comfortable doing the rust fixing in places you can't see, but when it comes to actually shaping something and making it look pretty, I think there's guys around here with 40 years of experience who could knock it out in 10 minutes. It would take me forever, and I wouldn't be happy with it. So I think I'm going to end up paying someone to fix the little bodywork spots in here. I think the stuff in here I'll do myself. We need to get the sound deadening out of it. That's been on the list for a long time, even before Godzilla, was to get the sound deadening out of it. Get a roll cage installed so we can start fabbing, so we can figure out where we want the steering wheel to go, and we can figure out where the fuse panels are going to go, and so we can actually sort of start to plan out the actual car itself. And along the ways, we'll see what's interesting to film. The rear diff needs rebuilt. What's cool about that is it's an R200 diff, which 240SX, 200SX, Z32, even some of the Infinities and the 350 and 370Z all kind of use that diff, so we could maybe do a video on rebuilding the rear diff, since it translates from this car to a lot of other Nissans. Everything else needs rebuilt too, so we're just going to start going through the car and transform it from a rusting piece of Japanese garbage to a fully functioning race car version of a Japanese piece of garbage. Hopefully we can take you with us on that journey. Don't buy a GTR, or you can end up with a room like this and a really unhappy wife.